Hey, Raiders fans. What a ride it has been leading up to this moment in the year 2026. And we finally have the chance to take a deep dive into everything happening with our Las Vegas Raiders. This season has been nothing short of a roller coaster. And for Raider Nation, 2025 felt like one of the toughest years we have had to endure. From tough losses to inconsistent performances on both sides of the ball, it has been a season where frustrations were high and expectations were tested week after week. Yet, despite all the hardships, there's something undeniably exciting about the off-season that lies ahead. There's a sense of possibility, a chance for a fresh start, and the kind of unpredictability that makes following this team so thrilling. This particular chapter revolves around the future of Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator who has been a significant figure in the Raiders coaching staff since 2022. Graham's journey with the silver and black has been complex, filled with both challenges and moments of accomplishment, and now it has come to an end with this upcoming game against the Kansas City Chiefs in NFL Week 18. Looking back over the past several years, Patrick Graham has been through multiple coaching regimes. He was initially brought in when Josh McDaniels took over as head coach and GM Dave Ziegler was shaping the direction of the team. Graham managed to navigate transitions through the departure of Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco, and even returned under Pete Carroll and John Spytek. Yet despite his resilience and adaptability, this season marks his final chapter with Las Vegas. One of the key reasons is the simple reality of NFL contracts. There is no renewal waiting for him next year. The Raiders did provide Graham with a raise during the offseason, a significant gesture reflecting their acknowledgement of his efforts. However, the fact remains that the contract ends with this season, signaling that Graham will be seeking new opportunities elsewhere, no matter how loyal or competent he has been as a coach. His departure is not necessarily a reflection of failure, but a result of the shifting dynamics of a franchise in transition. It's important to understand the context in which Graham has operated. The Raiders' defense has faced immense pressure over the past seasons. On one hand, numbers alone do not always paint the full picture, and while critics might point to defensive statistics that seem underwhelming, the reality is that the team has consistently struggled to invest heavily in defensive talent. On the other hand, the offense has been a point of concern almost every year, which inevitably puts the defense under even greater strain. When a team's offense cannot sustain drives, the defense spends more time on the field, facing more plays, more yards, and inevitably more points against. This dynamic made Graham's job uniquely difficult, and it's a context that Raider fans sometimes overlook when judging his performance. Another factor contributing to Graham's departure is the expected changes in the coaching hierarchy. Pete Carroll's tenure as head coach has not met expectations, and while the exact timing of any change remains uncertain, it is widely anticipated that a new head coach will be installed in the near future. When a franchise brings in a fresh leader, it is customary for that coach to assemble a staff aligned with their vision, often including both offensive and defensive coordinators. The arrival of a new regime almost always means turnover, and in this case, it signals the end of Graham's time in Las Vegas. This kind of transition, while difficult, is essential for teams seeking to redefine themselves and pursue long-term success. Beyond the organizational changes, Patrick Graham himself has a reputation that suggests a bright future elsewhere. His coaching acumen has been recognized across the league, with several opportunities to step into more prominent roles, including head coaching considerations in previous seasons. Graham is widely respected as a smart strategist and a strong teacher, traits that are invaluable in developing players and managing defensive schemes. Even when faced with the limitations of roster talent and inconsistent offensive support, his ability to adapt and educate players has stood out. In many ways, this move represents not just a challenge for the Raiders, but an opportunity for Graham to explore new possibilities, take on fresh challenges, and continue his upward trajectory in the NFL coaching landscape. The reality is, the Raiders have a chance to redefine their identity. With a potential number 1 overall draft pick and a clean slate on the coaching front, the team is poised for significant change. For Raider Nation, this is a moment of hope amid uncertainty. The departure of Patrick Graham, while bittersweet for those who have admired his dedication and intellect, also opens the door to new leadership, new ideas, and the possibility of building a team that can consistently compete at the highest level. Fans will debate his legacy, with some highlighting his strengths and others focusing on the missed opportunities. But one thing is clear: Graham has left a mark on this team, and his influence will be remembered even as the Raiders prepare for a transformative offseason. In assessing his tenure, it's impossible to ignore the turbulence he faced. Multiple coaching changes, varying philosophies, and a roster that has seen continual turnover made stability a luxury the defense rarely enjoyed. Graham's defenses have often been described as bending but not breaking, a testament to his ability to adapt and survive under challenging circumstances. While his numbers may not reflect dominance, they do reveal a coach who managed to keep a team competitive despite enormous obstacles. This balancing act is part of why so many in the NFL view him as a rising coaching talent, capable of stepping into more prominent roles and making an impact wherever he goes next. As we look ahead to the upcoming game against the Chiefs, it's impossible not to feel a sense of finality mixed with anticipation. Graham will be taking the field one last time as the defensive coordinator for the Raiders, and while the season's results may not reflect the highs fans hoped for, the narrative is richer than any single statistic. It's a story of perseverance, of adaptation, and of the relentless pressure that comes with coaching in the NFL. The game itself carries more weight than just the scoreboard. It represents a farewell to a coach who has navigated one of the most complex periods in recent Raiders history. As we transition into the next phase of Raiders football, it is impossible not to consider the ripple effects of Patrick Graham's departure on the team's overall strategy and identity. The defensive coordinator has been a steady presence through constant changes, but the time has come for the silver and black to look ahead and embrace a new vision. This offseason promises to be unlike any other, with leadership changes and draft decisions poised to reshape the trajectory of the franchise. For the fans, it is a mixture of excitement and anticipation, because while goodbyes are never easy, the promise of reinvention is a compelling narrative that energizes Raider Nation. The conversation now shifts from what has been to what could be, and the stakes could not be higher. With a highly coveted draft position and the opportunity to attract top-tier coaching talent, the Raiders have a unique chance to reset both their culture and their on-field identity. The coaching carousel in Las Vegas has been relentless over the past several years, and the arrival of a new head coach will inevitably bring a fresh approach. One of the key realities in professional football is that coordinators often rise and fall with the fortunes of the head coach. When a new leader takes charge, there is an inherent desire to build a staff that aligns with their philosophy and vision, and defensive coordinators, regardless of their past successes, frequently face change. Patrick Graham is no exception. While his time with the Raiders has had its share of triumphs and challenges, the incoming leadership is likely to seek its own blueprint, meaning Graham's departure is less about performance and more about opportunity and alignment. In that sense, the offseason becomes not just a moment of transition, but a chance for the Raiders to attract innovative minds who can reimagine both the defensive and offensive schemes in ways that better complement one another. Reflecting on Graham's tenure, it is remarkable how he navigated the complexities of multiple regimes and shifting rosters. From McDaniels to Carroll, from Spytech to the interim adjustments, he consistently adapted his approach to suit the evolving landscape. That adaptability is a quality that often goes underappreciated in discussions about NFL coaching, but it is a crucial skill when facing a franchise with limited stability. Even when resources were constrained and personnel decisions challenged his ability to execute ideal game plans, Graham found ways to keep the defense competitive. This is no small feat when the offense struggles to sustain drives and the defense is consistently left on the field for extended periods. The resilience required to manage these conditions cannot be overstated, and it is a testament to Graham's understanding of the game and his ability to teach and develop players under pressure. Looking forward, the Raiders face an offseason filled with strategic choices that could redefine the franchise for years to come. With the potential to draft at the top of the board, there's an opportunity to acquire impact talent that can elevate both the defense and the offense. The arrival of a new head coach will likely bring a complete reevaluation of the roster, schemes, and overall philosophy. In this environment, Graham's departure, while significant, becomes part of a larger narrative of renewal and possibility. Fans will watch closely to see how the front office leverages draft picks, free agent acquisitions, and coaching hires to set a new standard for competitiveness. The decisions made in this period will reverberate for seasons to come, and the importance of thoughtful, strategic planning cannot be overstated. One of the most fascinating aspects of Graham's career is how the NFL continues to recognize his potential despite the challenges he faced in Las Vegas. His name has appeared in discussions for head coaching opportunities, highlighting the respect he has earned across the league. His ability to teach, to adapt, and to strategize makes him a valuable asset to any organization. While some critics focus solely on defensive statistics, those who understand the nuances of coaching appreciate the complexity of his role and the constraints under which he operated. Graham's next opportunity will likely allow him to leverage his skills in an environment with more stability and resources, further cementing his reputation as a rising star in coaching circles. As the Raiders prepare for the upcoming game against the Chiefs, there's a palpable sense of transition in the air. This matchup is not just about wins and losses. It is a symbolic farewell to a coach who has been a significant presence in the locker room and on the field. Graham's influence will be felt long after the final whistle, both in the players he developed and in the schemes he implemented. The narrative of this game goes beyond the scoreboard. It is a chapter in a larger story of resilience, adaptation, and professional growth. Fans will remember the moments where the defense held strong, the games where adjustments made a difference, and the leadership Graham provided in navigating one of the most tumultuous periods in recent Raiders history. Transitioning to a new era will also bring opportunities for other members of the coaching staff. While Graham moves on, figures like Rob Leonard and other assistants may find new roles within the organization or beyond, and the reshuffling of positions can create fresh pathways for growth. Change, though often challenging, has the potential to reinvigorate a team and inspire players and staff to perform at higher levels. The Raiders are entering a phase where fresh ideas, renewed energy, and strategic alignment will be critical in transforming potential into tangible results on the field. The overall takeaway from Graham's tenure is that NFL coaching is a complex, high-pressure endeavor, and success is often determined by factors beyond a single individual's control. His time in Las Vegas illustrates the importance of adaptability, resilience, and leadership in navigating a franchise undergoing constant change. While there will always be debates about his performance, it is clear that Graham brought intelligence, dedication, and professionalism to a challenging role. As he moves forward, he carries with him experience that will make him an even more formidable coach in future opportunities. For Raider Nation, acknowledging his contributions while embracing the upcoming changes is essential in understanding the trajectory of the team. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL rumor mill, whispers are growing louder that JAYLEN WADDLE, the explosive wide receiver known for his electrifying speed and game-breaking agility, is set to join the Las Vegas Raiders. While no official confirmation has emerged, sources close to the team suggest that Waddle's potential signing could dramatically accelerate the Raiders' offensive ambitions. Las Vegas has long sought to invigorate their aerial attack, and the addition of a dynamic playmaker like Waddle would signal an aggressive shift in strategy. Analysts speculate that his presence could open up the field in ways that challenge defenses to adapt quickly, offering quarterback options that blend deep threat capability with short yardage precision. Waddle's trademark agility and knack for eluding defenders are the kind of traits that thrive in a system looking to push the pace and capitalize on mismatches. Rumors hint that the Raiders are envisioning Waddle not just as a receiver, but as a versatile weapon who can stretch defenses vertically and horizontally. This potential acquisition could complement the team's existing roster in ways that would make their offensive scheme far more unpredictable. Sources suggest that coaches are excited about the prospect of integrating Waddle's unique skill set, which could allow for more creative play calling and explosive scoring opportunities. While discussions remain speculative, the mere possibility of Waddle in silver and black has ignited excitement among fans and commentators alike. The idea of pairing one of the league's fastest receivers with the Raiders' aggressive offensive philosophy could redefine the team's identity in the upcoming season. For a franchise hungry for innovation and dynamic play, Waddle represents a high-risk, high-reward gamble that could pay off spectacularly if it comes to fruition. As the rumor continues to circulate, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, watching for any sign that this potential blockbuster move is more than just speculation. If the reports prove accurate, the Raiders could be on the brink of unveiling one of the most electrifying offensive lineups the league has seen in years, with Waddle at the center of it all. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.